Meet David and Doreen, who have been super amazing to me and everyone that has crossed their path in the country of Canada. I met these ladies through them, and everyone that knows them is truly blessed to have them. In this video, we were actually having lunch, and it kind of got serious and intense. I was asking them some questions, so just listen on as we hear and learn from the wisdom of David and Doreen. Love you, David and Doreen.
You're at the top of the pile.
Sorry, David, I didn't get you. Sorry, can you repeat it?
You want me to kiss my wife some more?
No, that's fine now.
We have broken the camera. It was shattered, right? But he stole my answer because I was going to say you are God's gift to me. And you know it. So he took my answer. But yes, once you get married to someone you love, nothing comes close to the person you love. You think of them all the time. Everything you do in life is for God and the person you love, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What is one advice you would give someone that is not yet married but considering marriage? So I know you get to counsel couples and all that.
Do.
So what is one advice you would give? Just one advice you would give.
I have about 1,000, but I will give one.
That you think people overlook and probably could be an issue or a source of concern, but it's just something.
It's the little things in life that become the big things in life. And so, we're two different people. We have different life experiences and families of origin, so we do things perhaps a little differently. So it's always being open to discovering the mystery of God in the other person. But also, there's little irritations that could collect in the day that your partner might not mean to hurt you. He doesn't even know. So communication is so important, and being honest, and also asking forgiveness. Never going to bed ever without saying, honey, I love you. Please forgive me for the time I forgot to do something that you asked me to do. The little things that really meant a lot to my husband. So
before David goes ahead, can I ask you an honest question?
yes.
So do you do this every day, Doreen?
I try with the grace of God. So I don't do it alone. I do it with God's help.
Doreen is amazing. Okay, David, your turn.
Well, before marriage, I think it's really important to understand the values that each of you hold, and to look not at what is said, but at what is done, because people's actions don't lie. And if your values line up, then I think you have a decent chance. As long as one of your values is absolute lifelong commitment. After marriage, the best advice we ever heard can be captured in 3 letters: PPF.
Yes.
Got it? Questions? Put your partner first.
Yay!
And that's the work of a lifetime, as my wife can tell you.
So you should choose a partner that you're ready to submit to.
I understand that as a mutual thing.
To each other.
Christ is head of the church. Christ gave up his life for the church. He gave up everything for love of the church. So a husband who wants to be head has to follow that model. And to ask his wife to submit must be done with absolute humility. Any husband who thinks that he deserves that or that that's God's gift to him is woefully mistaken.
So a few things that I just got from what you said. We always talk about communications in relationship, but Doreen mentioned something of communicating, but being also honest and forgiving,
And being open to accept your partner's differences.
Yeah, so that's being already forgiving when you accept, and David mentioned values. That's really
Thank you. Quick question. This was spontaneous, but in the moment of recording this, I realized that a lot of people might want to learn from this. Do you mind if I share this publicly?
No, not at all. Because we talk to a lot of people in presentations.
Okay.
We say the same thing.
If I do share publicly, if I do, I'll send you a link to it.
Okay.
Thank you.
But please go ahead.
Funny story. Early in Dami's time here, she invited us. She invited us and made it possible for us to attend a couples dinner hosted by the church. And I don't know how this happened, but the pastor invited me, don't know why, to do something, and I kind of preempted what he wanted by saying, I want to sing a song to my wife.
Yes.
And so this is a song that I've sung for her before. She wasn't too shocked, I think.
Yes.
But anyway, so I sang the song, and somebody was recording it. Within a week, one of my students sitting in the front row of my classroom says, I saw you on video. But I mean, it's, so you know, things like this have gotten out before, and so by God's grace, that's what we have to share.
Our life should be an open book, reflecting God's love, truly. And as a married couple, what a joy to do it as a team. But even as all of you single, how you live out your life is really the gift you're giving God's people. Whether, you know, whatever religion, you know, we have friends who are Buddhists, who are Muslim, whatever religion, just be authentic and always think of someone, the next person before yourself, because it's so easy to get self-centered. And that has been my biggest thing in life, is to always put David first, not myself, what I want, my needs. If I love him, I will consider his needs and my plans, right? So you can pray for me to always put my husband first. It's easy to say the words, but I have to live them out.
How long
we're
have you
not
been
perfect.
married for?
35 years.
And every year is a blessing. I'm getting to know David more and more, and I think I'm more romantic, and you're more romantic.
So,
The older we get, we
we're-
just get more
We're
creative,
very,
right?
very comfortable because, you know, there aren't too many surprises. She knows
Yes.
my warts. There's lots.
And when we were first married, we were both graduate students. We couldn't afford a thing. So when baby James went to bed, we would just take the phone off the hook, light a candle, and make our own little romantic dinner. Which wasn't always the best food, but I've learned to cook better. See, he had to put up with my cooking.
Oh my goodness, you're wonderful.
And he has survived.
Prospered.
He's prospered.
Okay, so David and Dorene, thank you for indulging and answering my questions. It was impromptu, but along the line it became a bit serious. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about these things. I love seeing homes thrive. I love seeing couples being models. And fortunately or unfortunately, right now the media portrays the negatives. So once I see some positives, I try to learn as much as I can. And hence why I'm keenly interested in asking those serious questions. Not necessarily for people. I'm going to rewatch this as well for myself time and time again, and share it.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it needs to be said that we are pilgrims on the journey. We haven't made it. I'm hopeful for a long life, so I have more time to do better.
Amen.
We're a work in progress.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the journey is
it's
worth
okay.
it. There's nothing adds more meaning to my life than my relationship with Dorene.
Thank you, sweetheart.
No PhDs, not one, not two. I'm just this is where effort is well invested.
Thank you, sweetheart. Mwah.
You lost that part.